Enough of the pomp and circumstance. Welcome back to a brand new Round 2 Wrestling episode here on the 18th of July, 2023. I am your host with the most wrestling information, SlimmDa KID, and we have an absolute information-packed episode just like we do every single week. For those of you tuning in for the very first time, Round 2 Wrestling is broken down into 4 rounds or 4 segments. Round 1 is going to be the what-ifs and maybes going on in the world. That is the pro wrestling rumor mill. Round 2 is something a bit more real, pro wrestling news. Round 3 are title matches and those exclusive results for you, the fan. And our final round, Round 4, is a fan and producer favorite, Did You Know Pro Wrestling Facts. However, we are at the beginning of this episode and we are going to kick things off by taking a listen to the rumor mill. This is Round 1. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer said WWE is doing the best they've ever done in merchandise sales, saying merchandise has never been higher ever, not in the Attitude Era and not in the Hulk Hogan era. According to Fightful, Warner Bros. Discovery is much more interested in where AEW Collision ranks relative to the competition each Saturday night than they are in the show's number of viewers or overall ratings. While appearing on The Footy with Broden Kelly, Bronson Reed said he's heard rumblings about a WWE tour of Australia this October, but he believes those plans have been nixed. So if you are living in the land down under and are looking forward to a WWE event in your home country, unfortunately, it looks like they are not going to be coming. Another Fightful report on the negotiation says Warner Bros. Discovery wants AEW to extend their pay-per-view schedule, possibly to where they're running one per month. I personally am against this and like AEW's limited amount of pay-per-views every year. Warner Bros. Discovery is said to be very happy with AEW, especially the flexibility they've provided with adding and subtracting shows, providing different kinds of content, and working around preemptions and network changes. There has been a rumor going around that suggests Ronda Rousey is leaving WWE because she is planning a comeback in UFC. However, MMA journalist Ariel Helwani was told there is absolutely no truth to the rumor that Rousey is returning to UFC. According to Wrestling Observer Radio's Dave Meltzer, WWE is planning for World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins to wrestle against Finn Balor at SummerSlam 2023. That particular pay-per-view is only a couple months out. It will be interesting to see in the upcoming weeks whether or not this rumor turns out to be real. Fightful heard that AEW's decision to send out a list of banned moves is seen by many in the company as a, quote, necessary tightening of the screws, as the company continues to grow and expand. PW Insider says wrestlers who violate the protocols will be fined. Brian Pillman Jr., whose AEW contract recently expired, was seen training at the WWE Performance Center on July 13th. WWE sources told Fightful that the company had immediate interest when Pillman became a free agent, but he currently remains unsigned. PW Insider says Eric Young was spotted at the Detroit airport earlier this week, confirming that he was the partner for Scott D'Amore at the upcoming Impact Slammiversary pay-per-view. In this scenario, it would mean that Young is no longer under contract with the WWE. A few rumors to think about for the next week or so, but we are done with the rumor mill and we are going to move over to Round 2 Pro Wrestling News. This week's AAA Triple Mania 31 Tijuana saw a bit of bad blood spill over to the post-match press conference. Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer newsletter was present when it happened, stating a fan took advantage of a scuffle between Omega and Takashita, attacking Don Callis from behind, ripped his suit, concussed his eardrum, and busted open his mouth. Callis was not happy about the attack and was seen screaming screaming profanity at this particular fan after the incident. Hopefully, AAA tightens up their security so an event like this doesn't happen again. PW Insider reports WWE is planning to host talent tryouts at SummerSlam Week in Detroit, Michigan, where Performance Center coach Matt Bloom will be in attendance to oversee the tryout camp. The company will also bring in additional WWE NXT coaches and staff. As of this writing, it's unclear whether WWE will invite independent wrestlers or if the tryouts will be exclusive to athletes. WWE star Elton Price from Pretty Deadly separated his shoulder on WWE SmackDown and will be out of action going forward. And I have a correction, that's Elton Prince. In a match against Sheamus and Ridge Holland, Prince fell hard on his shoulder after Holland delivered the pounce. Fans online were quick to blame Holland, who infamously hurt Big E last year, breaking his neck. Holland took to Twitter to wish Prince a fast recovery and explained it was an accident. A few days later, Holland shut down his Twitter account completely. And AEW has to vacate multiple titles after holding them for over a year. Rey Fenix is vacating the AAA Latin American and Cruiserweight Championships. After winning them in June 2022, Fenix has never defended the titles. Fenix has announced he is leaving his home country's promotion, AAA, to focus more on AEW and other promotions. Fenix did say, however, this is not a goodbye, but a see you later. Impact Wrestling is coming off its Slammiversary pay-per-view event over the weekend that featured the returns of Josh Alexander and Eric Young. In the main event, Nick Aldis came up short against Impact World Champion Alex Shelley. PW Insider Elite reports Aldis and Zicky Dice are done with Impact Wrestling. No news on who or where both these new free agents will end up. It was announced that longtime Ring of Honor announcer Ian Riccaboni has signed a multi-year deal with AEW and Ring of Honor. The report also noted that Riccaboni was originally offered the Collision announcing role, but he turned it down so he could spend more time with his family. The length and terms of this deal were not available at the time of this broadcast. Another wrestler goes down with an injury. PW Insider reports AEW/Ring of Honor wrestler Mark Briscoe suffered a knee injury that will require surgery and significant time off. Slated to face Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli at the next Ring of Honor pay-per-view Death Before Dishonor, a new challenger will be announced this week in place of Briscoe. Major League Wrestling issued the following press release announcing that the Indigo Matt Cardona will be making his promotional debut at the Fury Road pay-per-view. The event, which airs exclusively on Fight Plus, takes place on September 3rd from the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. All right, a lot of significant news this week. Not a lot of news, but what we did have was impactful and significant. However, we are moving on to round 3 title matches. Warning, this next segment may contain spoilers for your favorite promotion. Please listen, but with caution. Impact Knockouts World Champion Deonna Purrazzo defeated Jody Threat to retain the Impact Knockouts World Championship. MLW Featherweight Champion Delmi Exo defeated Taya Valkyrie to retain the MLW Featherweight Championship. Bianca Belair defeated WWE SmackDown Women's Champion Asuka via disqualification. Asuka retains the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. GCW Tag Team Champions East West Express defeated the Bookers to retain the GCW Tag Team titles. GCW World Champion Blake Christian defeated Mao to retain the GCW World Championship. Rena Isis defeated CMLL Women's National Champion Reign to become the new CMLL Women's National Champion. CMLL World Tag Team Champions Los Ingobernables defeated Lagoon Warriors to retain the CMLL World Tag Team titles. AAA Mega Champion Hijo del Vikingo defeated Kenny Omega to retain the AAA Mega Championship. Kenny King defeated Impact Digital Media Champion Joe Hendry to become the new Impact Digital Media Champion. Impact Knockouts World Tag Team Champions Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly defeated the Coven to retain the Impact Knockouts World Tag Team titles. Leo Rush defeated Impact X Division Champion Chris Sabin to become the new Impact X Division Champion. Subculture defeated Impact World Tag Team Champions ABC, Brian Myers and Moose, and Sami Callihan and Rich Swann to become the new Impact World Tag Team Champions. Impact World Champion Alex Shelley defeated Nick Aldis to retain the Impact World Championship. AEW World Tag Team Champions FTR defeated Bullet Club Gold to retain the AEW World Tag Team titles. Willow Nightingale defeated Ruby Soho in the finals to win the Women's Owen Hart Cup tournament. Ricky Starks defeated CM Punk in the men's finals to win the Men's Owen Hart Cup tournament. AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy defeated Lance Archer to retain the AEW International Championship. AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm defeated Taya Valkyrie to retain the AEW Women's World Championship. AEW TNT Champion Luchasaurus defeated Shawn Spears to retain the AEW TNT Championship. Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green defeated WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan to become the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. NWA National Heavyweight Champion EC3 defeated Silas Mason to retain the NWA National Heavyweight Championship. Be sure to listen to Round 3 again, just in case you missed your favorite promotion and your favorite title, and whether or not it was defended successfully or if a new champion was crowned. We are at the end of Round 2 Wrestling. This is our final round, Round 4, Did You Know Wrestling Facts. Did you know wrestling facts are little bits of information and facts about the wrestling world that you may or may not have known about. You gotta love the bell. Did you know, released on October 26, 1998 in North America, WCW NWO Revenge became the best-selling wrestling game for the Nintendo 64. Did you know Andre the Giant only wrestled 13 pay-per-view matches and had a 4-8-1 record? Did you know Xavier Woods, Harley Race, and Zelina Vega are the only winners of the King/Queen of the Ring tournament to never win a singles championship in WWE? Did you know Edge is the only wrestler to compete in Royal Rumble matches in 4 different decades: the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and the 2020s? Did you know, before pursuing a career in pro wrestling and after a failed run in pro football, the man we know as Roman Reigns worked for his sister's business installing furniture? And did you know Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Haku, and Shinsuke Nakamura all were proclaimed King of the Ring despite never actually winning the tournament? They either won the crown via a match or, in the case of Haku, were just given the crown. That is the conclusion of this week's episode of Round 2 Wrestling. Be sure to listen to this episode again, just in case you missed any rumors, results, or news from your favorite promotions. Round 2 Wrestling is brought to you by SlimmDa KID and Spreaker.com.